Hello, and welcome to Joseph's night class. We are moving on to worksheet NS number 12, so if you're not there already, please open up to NS number 12. It's in the left-hand side of your papers, your worksheet papers. So, number 1 says, find the absolute value of -4. So there's some main points. These are pretty easy problems, but I'm going to explain exactly what's going on. First of all, absolute value looks like this. So how you would rewrite this into a number problem is write your two big bars, that's absolute value, and put the number in it, the -4. Now the absolute value means find the distance from 0. So there's two methods to do it. For number 1, we're going to do method number 1. So draw out a number line. You'll draw a line and put it maybe a number 2 bigger than the digit that you have up here. So I went all the way to 5 on the positive side, and I went all the way to negatives on the negative side. Then the first thing you're going to do from there to solve the problem is find -4 on the number line, because that's the problem we're trying to find. So -4 is right here, so I'm circling that. And then how far is it from 0? Well, here's 0, and we can count 1, 2, 3, 4. So therefore, the absolute value of -4 is just plain 4. This is not about opposites. Negative becomes positive, positive becomes negative. That is not what's happening here. Don't do that. We're going to cover a little bit that with method number 2 to solve absolute value. So question number 2, simplify the absolute value of -12. So method number 2 is ask yourself two different questions. Is it positive? Is it negative? If it's positive, then you do nothing to the number and the bars go away, the absolute value bars. If it's negative, make it positive and then the bars go away. Not opposites. Opposites would mean positive to negative, but no, positive means do nothing, throw away the bars. Negative means make it positive and bars go away. So we've got a negative number, so that means the absolute value of -12, negative, make it positive, bars go away, and there's your answer for number 2. Number 3, getting a little more complex, but really you know how to do this by now. The absolute value of -32 is added to the absolute value of +21. Remember PEMDAS? Well, absolute value bars can be treated just like parentheses. And as far as order of operations is concerned, you do absolute value first before anything else. And anything inside those bars counts as parentheses. So in the problem, absolute value of -32 plus absolute value of 21, this problem rewritten, doing the parentheses, the bars first, will turn into +32 plus +21. Then we can go ahead and add. For a grand total of 53. Pretty simple so far, right? Okay, next problem. Simplify absolute value -13 minus 2. Solve it like it's parentheses. You can't toss out any negatives until you solve this math problem inside the absolute value bars first. A lot of people want to go, oh, absolute value, throw the negatives away. Not yet. You got two different numbers. You need to add, subtract, multiply, divide, whatever first before you can throw any negatives away. So -13 minus 2 is going to equal absolute value -15. Notice we have not actually done any absolute value yet. We have to act like these are parentheses and solve. Now, having done that, we know that the negative is going to fall away along with the bars, and the answer is 15. For number 5, if the absolute value of x equals 2, find the value or values of x. The clue is here that it's possible to have more than one answer. So, obviously, x will equal 2, because 2 equals 2. But, due to absolute value, if you put a negative 2 in here, the bars will fall away with the negative, and then positive 2 equals 2. So, because negative 2 also works due to absolute value, the answers are 2, because 2 works, but also negative 2. So you can have 2 different answers. Number 6, final problem. If the absolute value of x equals negative 2, find the values of negative x. This is a trick question. The absolute value will always result in a positive number. It cannot get a negative number. You just can't, because it washes away the negative. It throws away the negative. Keeps it positive if it's already positive, but it throws away the negative. So if you put a 2 instead of x, that doesn't equal negative 2, like the problem is telling you to do. If you put a negative 2 in there, the bars and the negative fall away. You still don't get negative 2, so the answer is no solution. Go ahead and start your practice problems. Do not go on to the homework until I tell you otherwise. Thank you.